are here, finally. You guys, this took a long time to get here. I am so excited for this challenge. You have no idea. I've been thinking and pondering and praying and there's researching and learning, and a lot has gone into this, so I'm super, super excited. Welcome to day one. Hi, Amber. Welcome to day one. I'm emotional. The No Excuses Weight Loss Reset. I am so excited to have you here. I am Farah. You should probably already know this, right? I am Farah, and you should definitely already know this. We have probably chatted before, and we've probably liked or commented on each other's posts and things. And there are many of you in here that I haven't even met face to face before, but I feel like I've already connected with you, a lot of you, on many levels. Most definitely. But welcome to day one, and I'm so glad you're here. But before we dive in, I'd love to find out where everybody's from, because not everybody in this group is from California. Like, so where are you from? What city are you in? How many kids do you have? And if you haven't already introduced yourself in the group, as far as being, if you didn't see, day zero is what I call it, is just to kind of introduce you to what the challenge is, or what even a challenge is. If you've never done a challenge before, it tells you what it's all about and how challenges work. And don't worry, you don't have to watch this whole video right now. If you don't have time, watch it later when the kids are asleep, when they're napping, or when you're in the school pickup line. I get a lot of stuff done when I'm waiting to pick up the kids from school. That's totally fine. So don't even worry about it. So let me know, where are you from? Where are you from? I'm in Norco. I am a mom, a wife. I have 5 kids. 5. Let's see, I have a 21-year-old son, and I have a junior in high school. My only daughter, she's 16. I have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and I'm finally got all of my kids into school. I finally have all my kids in school. That's why it's so quiet right now. I'm obviously in my kitchen, and if a few weeks ago it would have been quiet like this. So let me know where you're from down in the comments. Let me know. So this challenge, this group, where did it come from? How did it start? And a little bit more about myself. I am a holistic weight loss for nutrition coach. And how did that start? That started as me wanting to just be healthy for myself. I was a Zumba, hey Abigail! I was a Zumba instructor for, I am still, for many years. I took classes for, since 2011, and finally gave in and became an instructor, and was teaching classes, and just felt like I wanted something more. The girls that were taking my classes, they felt great when they were taking the class, but they needed something more to be able to get to their goals. And I knew nutrition was important, but didn't realize how actually really important it is. It's like up to 70% of your weight loss. It's a lot. Hi, Julie. It is a lot, and it's very important to focus on nutrition, and that's why this whole entire challenge is just nutrition only. There's no exercising in this challenge whatsoever. In the past, I have done challenges where we've done exercises, but this one we're not even going to focus on it. But I wanted to give people more, and so I created this group. And at first it was just a place for me to be able to post my Zumba class schedule, because I didn't want to bombard everybody who didn't really want to hear about my schedule. And so I would just post my schedule in the group, and then I started to learn more about trying to help myself and my goals in life, and trying to become healthy myself, so that my kids and my family and my husband, we could all be healthy together. And it just came into this big snowball of a beautiful, wonderful thing that is this group. Really, I feel like it started to go strong, and during COVID, I just kind of found my why, and that's what we're talking about today, actually. I found what drives me, and that is to support people in any way that I can, to help women feel seen, to feel loved, to feel strong, because I have been in those places where I haven't been. I've been those places in those life where I didn't have that support, and I want to be able to give that to people. And so that's truest why I made this group. So that's why I made the group. And so why do we do challenges? Why do we do challenges in the group? So most of the time, I was doing Fridays, and I told you guys I'm going to switch to Wednesdays, but I come on live here every Friday until I'm going to start doing Wednesdays. Anyways, I come on live here every week to help remind you that you can do this, and to give you small little snippets of the knowledge that I have accumulated through my education to help you feel like you're not alone, and that you can do this, and that is possible, right? So we can do this, and when we're together, it is so much easier, so much easier. So why do we do challenges? Is to get just to stretch us to do something just a little bit more. Not when people hear the word challenge, they get scared, and I've found that a lot actually. But people hear the word challenge, they think, oh, she's gonna have me doing push-ups and burpees every day. It's not really about trying to do something hard. It's more, to me, it's more about doing something different. And we tell the kids all the time, well, if you don't do something different, then how is anything going to change? How is it going to change? So it doesn't have to be completely hard. And I think that's one of the areas where moms have a big struggle, is that being healthy is so overwhelming for us. Like, we have so many other things that we have to be thinking about, and adding one little thing is not a little thing. It is a huge thing to be able to get healthy again. To add that seems intimidating, but what we don't realize as moms is that it doesn't have to be this big, huge thing that we're trying to do. We need to break up our goals into teeny, tiny, chewable pieces. We have the milk before the meat, right? So we need to break it down into small, doable things, and that's where the results happen. It is so magical, and I just love it. Anyways, okay, so this challenge is for you, mama. Even if you're a busy mom with 1 to 5 kids, it doesn't matter how many kids you have, parenting is difficult. If you're a working mom, if you're a stay-at-home mom, the challenge for you is if you're juggling kids, you're juggling dishes, you're juggling work, maybe even laundry that's been sitting in the dryer. My dryer is right over there. I can see it from here, full of clothes, for like 3 days. If you have 0 time or energy left after taking care of everyone else, this challenge is for you. This challenge for you if you feel like nothing you've tried to do to lose weight actually works. This challenge is for you. This challenge is for you if you're tired of quitting on yourself and feel like it's impossible to stick to diets and tons of rules. It's because it is impossible. Let me tell you, it is. This challenge is for you if you hate counting calories or points and get burned out doing all of things. This challenge is for you if you feel like there's no time for yourself because you spend all of your time putting other people's needs above your own. And if you're ready to feel like yourself again, strong, confident, and energized like a sexy babe, that's why I call it the Babe Cave. I want you all to feel like babes. Then this challenge is for you. So, because I want to make this fun, I am doing a gift card because I want you guys to feel like you're invested a little bit. Like, when you feel like there's something on the line, or like you can get something out of it, you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, not only because I want to feel good, but because I might get $25. Then that's why I do it. So how do you win? Be the most active mom in the group during this week. There is a way that I can find out who is engaged the most. So what do we mean for those of you that are not into social media that much? Engagement. Engagement means you're liking, loving, and commenting on other people's posts. You're liking on my post, you're commenting on my post, you're commenting on other people's posts. You're cheering each other on, which is so beautiful to me, you guys. It's just my favorite. My notes are flying everywhere. Sorry. So it's just cheering each other on and giving each other hope and telling each other, I've been there before. I've done that before. I know what it feels like, because I do know what it feels like. I've been where you guys are. I've got 5 kids. I've been at my heaviest. I'm getting down, finally. But I know what it feels like. So basically pretend we're all at lunch, all of us are at a big long table, and we're just all talking at the same time, right? We're just and words are just flying over there. Get to know each other. Okay? Get to know each other. So the more you engage, the better chance you are of winning. And I will be going through the comments. I love, this is my favorite part. And looking to see what other people say. And I will be creeping through the comments to see how you guys are doing, okay? So, and that is how you win, okay? So let's get to into why so many moms stay stuck when it comes to weight loss. And here's a pattern that I generally see, and tell me in the comments if this sounds familiar. You try something new, maybe a diet, maybe a workout program, and you go all in. Like, I mean the clothes, you know, getting a gym membership, getting whatever type of membership, you're buying out the foods. Heck, you even join an MLM. You follow the plan, you do the work, but life starts lifing. Holidays come, the kids get sick, work gets busy. Dinner turns into chicken nuggets, soccer practice starts. We started soccer last week, you guys. It takes up our whole life. And then you start just eating out all the time. And you're like, how am I supposed to eat healthy if I'm eating out all the time? Or how am I supposed to do this if I'm, you know, having to drive kids around everywhere? Like, I'm not home all day. So, and then that happens, and then all of a sudden you're like, and you fall off whatever it is that you, the diet or whatever it is that you we're trying, and then you fall off, and you're like really, really, really hard on yourself afterwards. Like, I'm not strong enough, I can't do this, why did I even try in the first place, kind of stuff. You go there, right? I've been there. Definitely sounds familiar, right? It sounds familiar. So that was me, and after my 5th child, I remember one day, the kids, I must have had some kids napping, and I remember having the baby in the bathroom with me in a bouncer, because you can't just, you know, you're home alone and you want to take a shower, and you don't know what else to do except for be able to take the baby into the shower bathroom with you so that you can make sure that they're okay while you take a shower. And I remember before I got into the shower, just standing there looking in the mirror and just looking in the mirror and thinking, who even is this person? Like, I literally did not recognize that lady in the mirror. I wanted to feel like me again, but the thought of strict workouts, strict food, meal plans, and meal prepping on top of school drop-offs, laundries, work, dishes, the toddler melting down because I cut his crust off in the wrong direction. The mental load was already enough, and I was just maxed out. So it was either give up everything, or it was to try to do something. And most of the time, I'm gonna say most of the time because my husband might tell you otherwise, I'm kind of competitive, and maybe it's just with myself. I'm kind of competitive, and I don't like giving up. So I started to try things. I cut out sweets, and if you know anything about me, I like my chocolate, and that was pretty devastating. Couldn't do it. I ate less, and then you just end up starving all day, and then you want to just snack all night later, or you just crave all the foods that you're not supposed to have. I tried going keto. If anybody's done keto, like strict keto, I'm talking about strict keto. I was grumpy all the time. I sweated so much because you're just constantly in ketosis, and I had huge headaches. I worked out consistently, Zoom instructor, remember, 3 days a week, and I still got hit with the worst diagnosis, that I was pre-diabetic. I was floored. I mourned. I went to and then I just went the complete opposite direction. I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna have to go keto again because those carbs are the devil. I remember thinking, I'm doing everything right, and it's still not working. And then it hit me. It hit me. All the things that I was trying weren't made for us as moms, us as women, us with hormones that are all over the place all the time because we just had a baby and we're nursing, you know. They were made for people with time. They were made for people with energy. They're made for people with 0 kids pulling on their leg when they're trying to make dinner. They were made for the people who have chefs and personal trainers. That's my belief. Honestly. So I simplified things completely. Simple. That's my whole mantra. Simple is the best. for moms. I simplified things and I created something that worked for me and my crazy life, and a plan. It was a plan. I didn't have to meal prep for 4 hours. I didn't have to count every calorie. I didn't have to give up all of my favorite foods. I still have chocolate, you guys. Mind you, it is extra dark chocolate, which is absolutely beautiful, and I actually prefer it way more than anything else now, but I still eat chocolate, okay? So I simplified everything, and you know what? The weight finally budged, you guys. I was stuck at a certain weight for such a long time, and it finally budged. I started taking care of myself. I believed in myself. I started going to the doctors and getting all my hormones checked and finding out that, you know, I was lacking here and lacking there, and started getting my crap together, you guys. And the scale moved. And so I know it works. So here's the truth. You don't need more diets. You don't need harder workouts. Actually, those things fight against you. They increase the cortisol, which increases the retention of keeping your fat on you and wanting you to eat. If you heard of fight or flight, that's the hormone that's released during fight or flight, okay? So you need a plan that works with your life as a woman, as a mom, not against it. So your old belief might be, I've tried everything, nothing works anymore, that's it, I'm done. Amen. I want you to replace that with, I just need a mommy-friendly method. I just need a mommy-friendly method, okay? Because once you have that, everything changes. You stop fighting against your schedule, your energy levels, and your real life, and you start working with them. Oh, right? Like, really, yeah. It sounds so simple because it is. Because it is. Because it'll start changing. And one of the first things I ask when I'm working with any of my clients is, why are we doing this in the first place? Why are we here? You need to know your why. You need to know your why, not her why, not his why, not their why. It needs to be about you. I know, moms, it's hard to be selfish. But just for this once, think of what's important for you. One of the first things, so that's the first thing that I ask. So here's the truth. If your goal is just to lose weight, that's not strong enough to keep you going when life gets busy. But when you know your why, maybe it's having energy to play with your kids, feeling confident. I like the ones that are more tied to emotions because those are the stronger ones. So like feeling confident would be a really good one. And believe me, I've talked to some of you to get to this moment, where we're doing this challenge together, to see if you would like to take this challenge and do it with me. And I know some of your whys. I've heard some of your whys, and some of them are definitely a very good and strong emotional why. And that's what's going to get you someplace. So not just something simple, I want to see my kids graduate, from whatever. The deep down why. And how do we get to that why? Is by asking ourselves over and over and over again, well, I want to see my kids, graduate from college, or that's for me, because I had kids later on in life. My youngest will be graduating from high school when I'm 61. So I would love to be there to see his kids obviously, but see him graduate from college, and to see his kids, graduate from high school, maybe even, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, that, but why? Why do you want that? Because I love that child, or I love my kids with all my heart, and I want them to have me be there to support them. That's a why. That's a why. So if you want to feel confident in your skin, or proving to yourself that you can actually do hard things, that's what fuels you when the motivation fades, and we have to dip into that discipline. So think of it like this: is why is your gas in your tank, and without it you're running on fumes, but with it you've got a full tank that can take you anywhere, right? So this is how, so what it is, it's called a motivation, hey Amanda, it's called a motivation cycle. So motivation will get you started, right? You're like, oh, I'm so excited, this is gonna be great. That's where you are at today, right? Because this challenge, oh, I'm so excited, that's where I'm at. But discipline keeps you going when motivation fades, okay? Over time, small, consistent actions and success will help build the results, and then those results will bring the motivation back. So it just keeps going and going. It's a cycle. But if you never make it to the discipline part, you'll keep starting and stopping forever. Yeah. So this is why you need to know what your why is. So today's reset starts with you asking, why does this matter to me? Why now? What will change if I actually follow through? What will it look like if I actually do this and I actually follow through? When we show up for ourselves more consistently, that's when the magic happens. Showing up for ourselves consistently. And to be able to do that, we really need some sort of plan or a program, which is what I have, that works with you and someone to help keep you going. And that's what I try to do every week in the group, but also in my program, which is called the Babe Builder Program. And what the Babe Builder Program is, a 90-day glow up for busy moms to drop 10 pounds without calorie counting, without going to the gym, just hot mom energy if you have zero time, which none of us have time. If you have time, please let me know how you do it. I would love to have a little chat session with you. It's just easy, simple, satisfying meals that will fit your real life. In it we build better habits without burning out. In the Babe Builder Program, we finally feel confident in our bodies again. To feel sexy like a hot babe. Babe Cave, remember? And in the Babe Cave, you'll get a step-by-step guide to the Mom Fuel formula. You'll learn more about that. You'll learn how to do it. You'll learn how to work it and what it is and how it's going to work for you to be able to help you lose that weight. In the Babe Builder, we have a weekly group coaching call, so you never feel stuck and you never feel alone. And you also have me for one-on-one feedback. If you're stuck, have a question, anything, just give me a message. I'm here for you. You have me to support you through this long process and through this change. And remember, diet is a four-letter word. That's not what this is about. This is a health journey. This is a lifestyle change, okay? And in the Babe Builder Program, we have the Babe Approved Bites, which are our Mom Fuel Formula approved recipes. You'll get recipes, lots. I have so many recipes, you guys, that are Mom Fuel Formula approved, okay? Recipes, you'll also get your Boss Your Bites worksheets, which are emotional eating worksheets, because a lot of what women struggle with as far as weight loss has a lot to do with emotions and hormones. That's another thing that we work on. You guys, I have been working on this program for like a year now, I think. And like I've said at the beginning of this, I have prayed and I've learned and I've processed and I've learned some more on what we need as women. We need emotional support. We need to learn how to not emotionally eat. We need help with our hormones. We need help with our digestion. And this program has it all. We also have a Hot Mom Journal and a habit tracker and an eating out cheat sheet, you guys. Game changer. Like, I would do it just for that. But if you would like to know more about the Babe Builder Program, just say babe down in the comments and I will I'll message you. So today's homework, are you ready? Yay, it's finally homework time. It's my favorite part of the day. So today's homework, write down your why on a sticky note or a piece of paper or whatever and take a picture of you with it. Jeez. And you're gonna post it in the group, okay? It'd be awesome if you tag me, because in that way I'll be able to see it, because there's like at least 35 of you taking the challenge with me. So whatever your why might be, write it on there and take a picture with your why. Super easy, right? Okay, so take a picture of your why, and then I want you to post it somewhere. Post it on your bathroom mirror, post it in your car, on your dash, post it on the fridge if you really need help of not going to the fridge all the time, and just like, or the pantry. Post it on your pantry. Post it everywhere. You don't even have to make just one post-it. Post a whole bunch of them all over the house. If you do, I want to see it, please. I would love to see your post-its. Put it anywhere that you're gonna see it all the time, okay? So it reminds you of why the heck you're doing this. So, and remember, your why, I want it to be something good, not just to fit in my jeans, but the real reason. Act like a curious 4-year-old and keep asking why. You know that phase. Like if you guys haven't been in that phase, you're gonna remember one day, oh yeah, Farah told me about this phase. Why is the sky blue? Eventually, I would just, when I got tired of answering, I would just, because I love you. Or because that's how Heavenly Father made it. But that's not what we're doing today. That's not what we're doing today. But Heavenly Father did make you, and He did make you to feel amazing and beautiful and proud and strong. That could be a good way. So, what is your why? And once you've got it, post it in the group, in the thread, not on your own personal profile, because I'm not going to see it there, inside the group. This is going to be your fuel for the rest of the challenge, okay? And that's day one. I know it was a lot. I talked a lot, but I feel like you guys need to hear it all. Because if you do, then I think to me it makes more sense. Like I've always tell my girls, if you haven't watched, you haven't seen any of my lives before, I'm giving you all the things that I've struggled with before, so you don't have to. I've done the research, I've taken the classes, I've done it all, so you don't have to, because I know what it's like. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to talk about why diets fail 99% of the time, and what to do instead, so you can finally have a mommy-friendly way of losing weight without losing your mind. I love you guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow for day 2. Bye.